Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to BK Cockpit's live stream. I hope you've enjoyed it so far, for those of you who do follow. Well, we left Dublin. It's taken us twice as long to get there. It's Dublin. Oh. Yeah, anyway, and I'm flying the, what do they call this one? Cessna Sonata or something or other. Bought it about 2 weeks ago. I absolutely adore this aircraft now. I do. I really do. Once you get the grips with it, it's like the best thing ever. It really is a great look. It's not particularly super slow, not particularly super fast. But I tell you, with a VR headset on like you're seeing now, I try to keep my movements to a minimum and slowly. As I turn my head around, you can see what I'm looking at, kind of thing. But the immersiveness is just really, really good, actually. It's good, yeah. I still have to admit, when you got a big 50-inch monitor, if they can get another 2 monitors set up so you can have it left and right, I think I'd still stay with the physical cockpit, though. Because this mouse thing, I just can't get the hang of it. And programs that you run with it, you can't. You can hear now in the background. You can hear people talking. That's another program running. But if I want to press that, I have to get out of this simulator. Sort of pause the simulator to go and to press things. But I don't know. I think it's something to do with VR or something. You can't. It's difficult to just get it to work and stuff like that. But with the VR, but it's still there. You get used to it. I enjoy it. Yeah. So this aircraft, what can I say? It's they just did an update on it. If I see my mouse, that was the heading bug there would go in like segments of 5 and not in between, so it was quite difficult to get your heading bug set right. But they've fixed that. The icing, well, the icing's there, but I can't find the de-ice anywhere, so maybe it hasn't got de-icer on this, so I'll have to learn to get above the clouds or stay below them when it gets really bad, because it really ices up, and this is like sitting in a bathroom in here, you can't see through the windows. But I take it, well, we're going up some clouds, there's a lot there, so I've sort of like deviated slightly off my flight plan. But yeah, I'd be really interested to see what the UK is going to look like, because at the moment it's breathtaking now. So, you know, apart from in Dublin, there seems to be like big mountains that sort of appear in like big triangular type mountains here and there. But that's all to be sorted out on the next update, the UK update. So it should be really good. I'm just gonna, and the autopilot is very easy to use, which I like, because I cannot get on with the Airbus and all that, their autopilot thing, because I don't know, I guess it's right, but for me personally this is really good. I'll show you a lot. I've got the heading button pressed there, which you can see if you can see my little mouse there, the heading bug is there, and I've got my altitude button on, yeah, and that switch there is my autopilot. And now if I just turn the heading bug just a tiny bit with my mouse, it just turns. And when you get to the altitude, you don't punch in any altitude numbers, you climb to the altitude you want. We're at just below 9,000 feet, and then you just press the altitude button there, and then it will sort of level off more or less where you put your altitude button on, which I think is really great. Only thing I can say with this aircraft at the moment is the ident button. When I identify it, it doesn't seem to work. But that might not be the aircraft. That might be another program called Pilot to ATC, which I got that running as well. Now that I'd highly recommend, if they can sort the ident thing out, because I've got to take my headset off to ident it through another program. Because if I press it here, it doesn't say radar contact. So I've got a button there, it says identify. I press that, and it's on. And I think that's right. If I'm going wrong, guys, leave something in the comment for me. Yeah. clarity, I'm wearing a G1. Apart from the speakers that broke on this when I bought it, one speaker broke, so I took them both off. Apart from that, but I did buy it second hand.
Victor Bravo, you are off course. Turn left heading 054 to return to course.
No, that's my ATC.
054 Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo.
054, so I just turn the dial to approximately 054. So there's the 06, there's 05. Now it's more precise. Look, that's a bit better, isn't it? And it's taking me off that way because we're going to go round to land. I picked a nice lovely evening. So, and I've got everything set up pretty much flat out, or well, ish. And I've got an i7. It's not a particularly fantastic one, but it's pretty good. And I did find a program, guys, which I'm going to mention it to you, but I'll take my headset off because I've got to find out what it's called for you. So bear with. This is called, it's a program, and I can't find it. Where is it? It's in the background. Here, look. I don't know if you can see that, but in the background is a program called Process, Process Lasso, Lasso. Now that makes 1,000 times difference to my flight simulating experience. It really, really is. It's kind of like, whoa, because it just operates the process properly, you know, and it fixes things. When I say fixes things, it makes it really, like, it works really, really. I think it's a lot clearer. And I was using the setup that you use for the, what they call it, blah, 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 blah. It's a program you run along for editing and stuff like that. I can't remember what it's called. Sorry, I do apologise. And it sort of gives you, you can change your frame rates and stuff like that. But I'm not actually running that, and it's not too bad. I highly recommend anybody, if they're going to buy a headset, to try and get hold of a G1. I mean, the sweet spot's not as good, but the graphics, as far as like seeing things, I can see all the instruments. I can even, if I move forward a little tiny bit, I can see the COM1, COM2, COM nav radio. I can see the numbers down there. Pretty clear. I can read the landing lights and everything else. I can even read those numbers on the compass, like north 30, 60, east, and all that sort of stuff for flap settings and stuff. And it's really, really, really good. It eats the old Oculus Rift that I used to have for breakfast. And once you get the sweet spot sorted out, it's really good. So I highly recommend that. And because the G2's out, you could probably get one of these quite cheap. I think I got a really good buy. I think I paid £260 for this, and I do not regret it one bit. I do not regret it. It's immersive. I still fly using the BK cockpit a lot though, because I do like the old hands-on experience, but I tend to use X-Plane with that because I can have 3 screens, which is really good, left to right and a straight ahead view. So, but you can't do that with this flight simulator, which is a bit sad. But hey, who's going to complain, eh? It looks fantastic with this on. I'm thinking of designing something where you could put your headset. Well, actually, if anybody's from G series and Oculus Rift and that, has anybody actually thought of making a headset? There's a design where the bottom section of the headset can actually come out, so you can see down, or making the screen smaller, but just sort of from your bridge of your nose up, almost like a pair of sunglasses. And that way, you know, you can look forwards, like I'm looking forward, I can see everything, look down. But if I looked down my nose, if you like, a little bit, just glance down, I'd have the actual real physical reality there. So I could have gauges and SATEC gauges or whatever gauges I wanted to use to turn them, because I have got them. They're about here, sort of over there on the desktop. They're quite far out. So, I mean, there is a way, I suppose, I could make the design of the cockpit match this one cockpit, but then again, you're getting you're getting into an issue there, really. I'm going to change my heading a bit because he's taking me right out in the middle of nowhere at the moment. So we're going to change the heading, which is just that green one there. See, that's what I don't like. It's a bit fiddly. They say they've got there's a product called a knobster, which is you just put somewhere, which is it's always there. Move your mouse, click on it, and turn the knobsters. It's a great idea. But do you know what I think would be a really good idea, guys? Is if you had a wheel, like a glove you put on your right hand only, yeah? On your thumb and forefinger, you've got a wheel, which back and forward, one each side, maybe one to your left and one to other side of your thumb or your finger, and you just you spin one side of your finger to get one, and on the other finger you spin it to go back or something, or forwards and backwards to spin it. So that would be like if I see my mouse, I could put that between my finger, my thumb number one, the finger number two, a bit the outside, and then the thumb and finger number three will be the inside. So you just rotate little wheel or a ball or something on each of your two fingers. That will then rotate the dials from your finger. So your finger goes up, goes towards it, it lights up. Similar sort of process, but it's with a glove on. Now that would be really good. And then if you point your finger, I know there's a thing called fly inside that I used to use with that was quite good. It was still work in practice when I had it. I don't know what it's like now, guys, if it's better or not, but I'd be interested to find out. But that's the sort of thing I think would be awesome, because you only need one glove and the rest of it carries on as normal. And if you can imagine on that glove you had your little finger or something like that, and you just put your little finger into your palm of your hand, and there'd be like a little button, so you press that button and that turns off the hand, so you could use your throttles without this like glowing thing in the way. And then when you wanted to use it, you just put your little finger into the palm of your hand, press it, that then turns on the glove, and then you see your hand appear there or whatever, and they've got a little beam of light which shines on whichever ones you're going to touch. Like, so you really probably need a pointing system where you point your finger forward, one finger forward for engine 1, 2, 1 and 2, that is 2 engines, 3 and 4 would be like 4 engines, or your mix or your prop or whatever. So you could do that. No, I don't know. There's loads of little ways of doing it. But I certainly think the wheel thing would be really, really good fun. Be interesting. Yeah, so we like for fuel, you're alright. Just below 9,000 feet. And this pilot to ATC, I can honestly say, I think I would not, or I do not, do many flights without it. And the reason being is because, sometimes it will send you off. Like, I could speak to someone, so I'm not sat here waiting for a little screen to come up. Actually, the immersiveness is brilliant because I'm in the cockpit. I can't see any little screens and that. Although it would be handy to have like a pop-up window that can go into the VR and to the VR setup. That would be absolutely amazing, because you could see what I see in that respect, and you could see a little. You got pop-up windows. Let me try and explain. This is Flight Simulator. If I press that button, you can see I've got a pop-up window, and I can have my ATC. Yeah, like that. And there's my ATC. That's in virtual reality world, but it only works with Flight Simulator. Its own programs. It doesn't work, and the weather and all that sort of works. I can see that nice and clear, but it only works on programs that are actually part of the program. If that makes any sense. Now, if I wanted to go to the other one, because I've got the passengers here, I'd like to say give them some drink or food or something like that, or ask them to tell them we're going to get some turbulence. I'll show you what I mean. I'll see if it works for me, because I can't remember how I got it set up right now. So I got to stop, the flight simulator, go on the announcements, click on the announcements. And as it happens, I've got no announcements to make, so I can do that instead then. And go back into the game. And then everybody's happy. They're 23% happy out of 25. I haven't fed them anything because I can't get to the buttons without it pausing. So it's a bit sad that that isn't a workaround for that yet, but no doubt there's some really clever chaps there, and someone's going to work out a way you can get another an outside window, a bit like this alternate reality thing that they do, which is black and white and absolutely awful. To be fair, you can't see anything. It's just like a black and white old 1930s TV, really pixelated and that. So it's, although in principle it's a good idea, but, and I couldn't turn it off when I did have it on, so it didn't help me, and it was sort of like always seemed to be in my way, vision and stuff, so I couldn't sort of like to try to look around this screen that's following me around because I want to see out there. But so I don't know what the upside of that is going to be, but then again, everything's still new. I hope I'm not coming across as being hypercritical, because I'm not. I'm just pointing out things that I've found, and good points and good ones as well. I'm going to show you another one now. You can't see it, but you'll hear it because I will load it. I'll load it up. It's a free program, and it's called airtool.exe. Right. Now I like this because this is real fun. You can put your own announcements in here on this one. I'll show you. You actually see it obviously because it's not in the virtual world. This is my point I was trying to say before. So let's just pick something like British Airways, and I'll press that button there. Ready? So there, and let's see what happens. If I got the volume up, and you can press a button officially. If I got the volume, I haven't got the volume set up for this one. Oh, sorry, now I look like a prune. Let's have a look. I'm just going to try another one, say EasyJet or something like that, and let's try that.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an EasyJet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort.
Yeah, you can imagine if you had that as a little item that could pop up, and you could just select your own sort of announcements. Like now I would be go flying, and then I'd say I've tried using it with using a touchscreen monitor, a touchscreen Android, to see if I could do it that way, but it didn't seem to work. But let's have another go. Maybe I could just do no, because it sort of freezes the mouse into the virtual window, not outside of that. So I could do like this now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray tables must be stowed, armrest down, and window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you. The toilets are no longer in service.
I'd be lucky there's no toilet on this, but yeah, you can see what I mean, and where it gets really fun. But thanks to Pilot Stodd, actually, because he's a young lad and he's brilliant. I think I've got a link, or I'll put a link in the description after to go to his site, because he's only a young lad, but he's absolutely fantastic. He just really gets into things, and he's pointing me in just by watching these videos a lot of help, and he's been so helpful. A great lad. I'm going to be sending him a cockpit eventually for him to put a little demo on, so we see how he likes it. That'd be nice. He's a good lad. But yeah, that's Pilot Stodd on YouTube. Good lad, definitely. Loads of help. If you don't know, he was really into it. You can tell his heart's in it. That's good. Yeah. So unfortunately, the flight simulator is going to be stopping next year, I've been told, because they can't get anybody to sponsor the passports for the COVID. Boom, boom. I can go anywhere. I don't need a passport for COVID. No, I'll just fly there anyway. Right, let's contact Tower and let them know where we are. Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo with you at 9,900, 1,900. Oh, whatever I am.
Rob Air 31
Say
Victor
again?
Bravo radar contact.
Right, got radar contact.
Climb and maintain flight level 090.
Okay.
Climb and maintain flight level 090 Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo.
So I'll just turn the altitude button off there. Yeah, I'll give myself a little bit more throttle. Pull the nose up a bit, go up to 9,000. I get ready with my button, which is the altitude there, and press that. And now we sort of go up and it will come down and settle down to a 9,000 feet. Once I turn it's on, yeah. So it's trying to level off, so I just do that again with the altitude, trim it down a bit like that, take the nose down. Let's get it down a bit more until it goes down to 9,000. That's why I like this aircraft, because it's idiot proof for people like me. I'm not the brightest in the world, so, and that's it. So I'm almost there, 9,000. See, I've just pressed the button on the autopilot altimeter there, and it's sort of 9,000 feet. I pressed it at 9, and now it's at 9,000 feet. And it will stay there. And the heading, which is now going east, or whatever that was, just after east, 09 whatever. Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, request 8,000 feet. Okay, try again. Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo with you at 9,000 feet, request 8,000 feet.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo radar contact.
Right, it's not going to let me descend because we're not there. Yeah, be too low anyway. Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, request 8,000. Okay, fair enough. Like I say, sometimes he likes me, sometimes he doesn't. It's usually got a good reason behind it. Probably because... Let's get it mixed a bit. Done. Yes. So this is really good fun. I know a lot of people think, I don't know how they could do that, just sit there. But I can understand that probably in the past more than now, because, right, at the moment, I mean, this looks really great because it's night, and I like flying night flights, and sometimes when I go to land, I don't know what the terrain is. So this is really good fun. It's a challenge, and you go, especially if you've got low cloud, you go through the cloud, and then you sort of just break through the cloud. Then you see the glow, and then see the houses and the lights and stuff. It's really good fun. It's quite. Sometimes it can be quite scary as well because you don't know, especially if you've got ice stop and your windscreen's all iced. But that's what I'm saying. I can understand people saying how boring it is, but I'm just going to do something for you again now. I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to change this. You can literally feel like that there. It's just a bit late. Change the time. Have a bit. That'd be nice. We can have it like that's quite nice. A bit lighter maybe a bit darker. There's the sunlight shining on my dash. Sunset. So let's just go about there and have a bit of sunset. You can see it's adding to this. It's so clever, it really is. I love it. That's it. And then you press the tab button to remove that screen from your window. But like I said, it'd be handy if you could actually have this like a physical, not physical, but a virtual computer, a laptop or something where it's got space here, see? You could just look down there and press it on a virtual laptop. Or here, have the actual switches on a virtual laptop to have these outside programs working. Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo requesting 8,000 feet. You're not going to let me. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'll show you how it works. It's not let me do it, obviously, because it's not part of my flight plan, and I'm on IFR at the minute. So if I just turn the dial, and we'll go stupidly over to there, and it will tell me that I'm going off course in a minute. But I'll do it for a reason, so you can see. So I don't know what it looks like for you, but in the headset, and this is a G1, guys, not the G2. The G2 is supposed to be even better. It's got a better bigger sweet spot. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that the G1, the actual displays are pretty much the same. Still, because this is, honestly, it really is, like, really clear. I remember when I used to use the old Oculus Rift, I was like that, trying to see the numbers, because as soon as I got back any further than here, I couldn't see them. It was just a blur. And trust me, if you can imagine how close that is to the dashboard, that's how close I am to this would be to a monitor to try and see things. But I'm actually sat back now a good fair distance away, and I can see everything. If I want to look clear, I just move forward a bit and everything comes really into view, same as it would do, I guess, in a real plane. I mean, if your eyes are not that fantastic, it's a bit like your eyesight deteriorating a bit, I guess. Right, Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo with you at 9,000 feet. I'm going in on the left pattern. Okay, going on the left pattern. So it must be EGGLR. Yes, because I've actually got the flight plan on the flight simulator here. It's from the flight simulator, but the flight plan I'm actually using is from Pilot to ATC. So I just leave that up there. You can import it, I do believe, and then it'll load the actual flight up. But I just use this as a guide, just roughly, so I can see where I am by zooming in and zooming out and stuff like that. There, so I can see where I'm going to. Just gives me a rough idea. And if inadvertently the Pilot to ATC went up the Swanee for some reason or something, I could just go back into the flight simulator and I don't have to go, oh, spoil it. I can actually use the flight simulator ATC. And I do use the flight simulator ATC when I land normally, because Pilot to ATC doesn't give you the blue line to taxiways to the parking and stuff like that. So I do use the flight simulator. One thing to Microsoft I might put in, can they make the arrows for the Microsoft taxi routes to the thingy less big?
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, contact Manchester radar approach on 118.57. Have a good evening.
Approach on 118.57 Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo.
Bear in mind, guys, normally when I'm flying this and I'm using the BK cockpit, I do all the radios myself.
Approach Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo at flight level 090.
And you call back what
Rob
they
Air
say.
31 Victor Bravo, good evening.
Yeah.
Radar contact.
So you talk to the air traffic control, you say what he just said, and it answers you and says good evening and everything else. It's speech recognition, and it is really, really good. I'm sure there's people out there that use Pilot to ATC along with this Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I've got it absolutely completely sorted, because there's loads of different things you can ask. But being I'm just tickling I'm just an amateur, fanatic really, and I enjoy it. So, but yeah, I will do eventually. Learn a bit more about it. Yes, so far I think we're doing okay. We're not breaking the world speed record or anything like that, but everything looks good and nice, really. Right, let's change my vectors now to go back to 090, so I'm following the flight simulator route east. And then we can see, this is what I like. You see that? You can see that, and you can always tell when something is really impressive, because if you own it and you use it all the time, you get this thing called I'm used to it, yeah. I don't play it for a couple of days, and I put it on, and I'm like, wow, it's amazing. And then you get people that have never worn VR headsets, and they come up, and I'll say, well, put that on. They just watch it at the screen. And I think it was my nephew's girlfriend. She said, it looks all cartoony. I said, yeah, put these on. Then she said, oh my God. And she actually started feeling a bit nausea because of the height. So if it can give you that, if that is a painting of a picture in your mind, if someone who gets in there and doesn't like heights looks out the window, oh bloody hell, that's high, like that, oh God, it's that believable as opposed to X-Plane being plausible. This is really, really good. I can see like down there's a little harbour, there's a lot of houses and stuff like that, and street lights have improved. But this is still the old UK, so they've actually done a lot more. An update due any day, so I'm really quite looking forward to that. I bet most of the Flight Sim fans are. I'll be interested to see what they do. I think maybe the cliffs and stuff like that, because I originally from the Channel Islands, and I flew around there, and the cliffs don't look nothing like the cliffs in the Channel Islands. Unfortunately, they look more like that'll do. But apart from that, somebody's redone the airport, which has done a great job of it. We just need to put a slant on the runway, because Guernsey Airport, I've landed there in a real plane loads of times and took off, and it's got a slant to it. So at the moment it's dead flat. So it needs a bit of editing on that to make it more realistic. And Castle Cornet, which is on a pier, is just not there. So all these little things that need to be done to make it more realistic for the people that live there, or people that like flying into the Channel Islands. They need to be a little bit sorted out, really. But apart from that, now you can see what I mean now, guys. This should be ironed out. Now you see where I'm looking straight ahead, there seems to be like clouds, and then what's that thing sticking up? Oh, it's not sticking up, it's supposed to be water. I don't think it's quite bitmapped, or whatever they call it correctly. It looks like it's sticking up in the air. But sometimes you get building like mountains, like they look like something out of a space film, where there's like big shiny bloody really pointy mountain, and when you get close to it, it sort of turns into something else. But if you can see how smooth this is, and this is not the best computer, so that lasso thing I told you about earlier in the video, go back and have a listen to what I said. That is so worth having. It just makes everything so smooth. It's a tiny, you probably get a bit of jitter there maybe, but I've got it quite maxed out for my own preference. I could turn it down a little bit and smooth that up. It's a little tiny jitter, very, 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 very slight. But to be honest, I found that the answer for people who first time using it is you don't look at VR. This is a bit of good advice, really. You get the headset where you wanted to see it, and instead of turning your eyes to look at something, you just turn your head, and you're always looking at the same space. So your pupils really pretty much tend to stay straight forward, or maybe a little bit above. So you get that sweet spot there, out the top and down, and then you just use your head. You turn your head and keep your eyes straight, and that way, if you look over it, it's blurry to the left or right, because it's outside the sweet spot. So you just literally turn your head a little bit, and everything stays really, really clear. Get used to doing that, and after a while you'll get used to it so much that you won't even think you're doing it, you won't even realise you are, and it eradicates any blurries. Right, now we're going pretty close now, because we're going there it is, that's the runway. So we've done well as far as our route. It's just how awful I land it, really, I guess, and see where it's letting us come in from. And see what I'm doing now, it would be so much fun if I didn't have to do this. Take my headset, lift it up, so that I can find the thing that I want to press, and then I press that,
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrest down, and window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened.
Landing lights on.
Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you. The toilets are no longer in service.
Right, so now we're going to land now. That would be so much brillianter if I could have that little screen and just place it there. Yeah? With all the options for landing and taking off and all that and giving them food, but actually in the virtual world, it would be so much fun. Right, so that's the only thing I really wish they could. If they could sort that out, it would be so much more immersive. Or obviously run a program that can run inside Flight Simulator that does the same job, work together. Then everybody would have an even better experience. I mean, I tried the VATSIM stuff, but I haven't really, got 100% into all the reading the maps and all this sort of stuff. So it's great if you go like now. I'm just generally got my flight. I'm using the ATC from Pro ATC to get me turns and descents and stuff like that where I'm going to be. I'm using the GPS as a guide like you would do in a car, in effect. And that's pretty much it, really. But yeah, it's I highly recommend it, even if it's something you don't want to do. Most people say, why do you want to promote VR when you build cockpit dashboards? Well, I say purely and simply because I'm a flight sim. Some people are like this and they'll love it, but they will still actually put the two together. They'll miss the visuals looking like this, but then again, the cockpit dashboard with the likes of Panel Builder doing all these dials and everything else on a monitor screen, which is actually set to screwed to the cockpit dash, and you can have other things that you wanted to buy, the actual physical unit like that. We can cut that out for you so you can fit it into the dashboard. In effect, we can make the same dash as I'm staring at now on one panel with all the holes in the right places as what they are in here, and you can wire everything up and put your monitor behind, like, because this bit here would be an average, say one of our small monitors would probably be that size. So you could get that and that on one monitor. You can have a bigger monitor hole like that, which cuts and fits in. So you get those, and maybe these as well. And then another monitor behind the back, like on Android, which would do those two. And you could have physical units like your SATEC products down the side here. That's what we've got on the others. And switch panels, yep, they're there. You've got the switch panels on the units anyway, so you've got them all there. It's just nice to have the physical items to touch, and the visuals in 4K look really, really good. Just a shame you haven't got that side and that side, because that's the only difference. If you had a monitor there and a monitor there, and you're looking at straight front there, you just look there for your left, look there for your right, and look straight ahead, and it would be absolutely brilliant. You feel even more immersive than this, because you're actually physically in the physical world. You're operating the radios, you're operating the navigation, you're doing the flaps, you're doing everything. Yeah, I did invest in but I've actually told them to stick it up their bottom in the end. I invested in the throttle quadrant by Bravo. Ordered it, pre-ordered it, seen nothing but everybody. Oh, they were so kindly give us one to try out to demonstrate. They're so kind to give us one to demonstrate, and it's people like us that spent their last of their few bob they had saving up to get this. Heard about it coming out, pre-ordered it, and never got it because they're out of stock. That is just like, if that's the way they're going to run their business. I bought the Alpha yoke as well, which I'm actually going to sell. So if anybody wants to buy an Alpha yoke, they can buy it off me, just for under the principle that, it's like rubbing salt in an open wound to someone that's saved up really hard to get it, and then be told, oh yeah, but this temporarily out of stock. Hang on a minute, I ordered that in October. And I can see loads of people on the internet that you've sent them one to do a promotion video on it. What about the people who have actually bought them? Took the risk. Pretty pish poor, really. Right. Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, request descent to 3,000 feet.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo negative.
Okay.
Your requested altitude is below the minimum for your route.
See things
Descend
like
and
that.
maintain 3,200 feet. Altimeter not currently available.
Descend and
Maintain
maintain
3,200
3,200
feet.
feet. Altimeter not currently available. Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, you are off course. Turn left heading 058 to return to course.
Yeah, he's going to take me round.
Heading 058 Rob Air 31 Victor
I thought he
Bravo.
would. 5, 6,
Rob Air
7.
31 Victor Bravo, you are off course.
That's more or less
Turn
it.
left heading 058 to return to course.
Heading 058 Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, expedite descent to 3,200 feet.
Expedite descent to 3,200 feet Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo.
Alright, so we can descend to
Rob Air
3,300.
31 Victor Bravo, descend and maintain 3,200 feet.
3,200
Descend
feet.
and maintain 3,200 feet Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo.
We see a little wobble sometimes. It's me just getting my eyes straight. My eyes ain't the greatest anyway. Yeah, so that's it. 3,200 or 8,000 feet. Descending. Looks like we're in the flap arc, so I can actually put a bit of flaps on. And it's, ironically, it's quite fun. It's strange because I've actually got the. You can actually have the yoke and the settings on the throttle quadrant of the SATEC. I've got the landing gear, so you tend to know where the buttons are below on the face of it. It's like touch, really. That's 3 greens. Yeah, it's cool. Hopefully the weather's a bit better because I tend to do flights, and whenever I do a flight on like a live broadcast like this, I always seem to get rubbish weather. There was one occasion I actually got so fed up I landed in a field, and it was ironic where I landed. There was it looked like a campsite, and there was a tent in the corner. So I obviously made some humorous comments there, like, "Hello, mate." I opened the door and shouted out, "You put the kettle on," and that. Yeah. So this, yeah. So look at that. Can you see that, guys? It's great to have the ability to do that. You see the indentations of the plastic, and you got up the top. I can look over the front of the nose. I can look behind me like that and see the aircraft and all the bits and pieces. I can see the marks even on the sun visor, and that's pretty much it. I haven't got a QNH or anything here, they altimeter setting, so I think we're going to try and see if the flight sim will give us one. So I press the B button. Yeah, it's got a 3020, so that's setting us at the altitude that it says. So I think I'm going to go by that because Pilot to ACC hasn't given me a proper thingy. So I think we're going to go in at runway 27, I guess. I'm resting off runway 33. What are we doing at the moment? Well, yeah, I think it's going to be runway 27. Yeah, 1927. Yeah, runway 27. Okay, so 4,000 feet.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, expedite descent to 3,200 feet.
Okay, bossy.
Expedite descent to 3,200 feet Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo.
Right, down to 4,000. Now it's starting to get clearer. As you can see outside, the visuals are looking better. I'm going to put the throttle back a bit because I'm actually giving it a bit too much, which I shouldn't be, because apparently so. Anyway, 3,200, 3,400. Look at it there. Get my mouse. This is the thing. Ready on the altimeter.
Rob Air 3-1 Victor Bravo, descend and maintain 3,200 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,200 feet. Rob Air 3-1 Victor Bravo.
Right, I'm just going to get this tweaked now. It's a bit of titillating, but it's okay. So I'm just going to turn my altitude off, and I'm going to climb up to...
Rob Air 3-1 Victor Bravo, expedite climb to 3,200 feet.
Expedite climb to 3,200 feet. Rob Air 3-1 Victor Bravo.
And I get to roughly 3,200, which we're getting there now. And I press the Alt button, and it trims me off. That's the sort of autopilot I think a lot of the old school people like us like. I got my phone ringing, it's bottom off here. Don't know what that was all about, but anyway. What's that about? Yeah. I've got loads of screens opening. Oh. Now, see this, guys. Now you can see what's happening in my windscreen. It's starting... Didn't I say that just now? The minute I get into this, this is what happens to me, and I cannot see. At 3,100 feet. So we're obviously going into a IFR landing now because you can't see. Rob Air 3-1 Victor Bravo, request for vectors.
Rob Air 3-1 Victor Bravo, climb and maintain 3,200 feet.
Climb and maintain 3,200 feet. Rob Air 3-1 Victor Bravo.
Now it's going to get a bit of fun now, guys, because we've got to try and land this, and I do not do IFR much more than that, unless I do the old-fashioned way and I just go to the nav1 and see what happens. Because this is what we see.
Expedite climb to 3,200 feet.
Expedite climb to 3,200 feet. Rob Air 3-1 Victor Bravo.
So now we're sitting in a plane and it's like frosted glass. It's good, eh? Come on. Autopilot's on, landing lights, everything's on. Better put them on, I suppose. Okay. Right, so this is where it gets fun. How do you land an aeroplane when you can't see? Scary, eh? Wow. It's so much fun.
Rob Air 3-1 Victor Bravo, climb and maintain 3,200 feet.
Yes, I would.
Climb and maintain 3,200 feet. Rob Air 3-1 Victor Bravo.
And I've got a... Because I cannot find a pitot heat on this aircraft anywhere. I've got the heaters on. They're all flat out to try and demist the window like you would in a car. But it's not really the best. And we've got a lot of ice, which means we are losing lift.
Rob Air 3-1 Victor Bravo, expedite climb to 3,200 feet.
Expedite
I'm
climb
trying to.
3,200 feet. Rob
Now,
Air
did you hear
3-1
that?
Victor Bravo.
What we've got now is we've got a build-up of ice. So I'm going to stick my head remarkably through the window, and you can see how bad this is. Look at the ice. It's terrible. But you can't do that on a real plane. And we're going down very, very quickly towards the ground. And I can't do much about it because I can't tell my airspeed because I haven't got...
1 Victor Bravo, climb and maintain 3,200 feet.
Climb and maintain 3,200 feet. Rob Air 3
Gear up.
Victor Bravo.
Flaps down. Let's give us a bit. We're going down because you can't see. Look. Whoa. Can't do nothing. I got no lift. Whoa. Hold on. Brace. Brace.
100.
Yeah, if you want to see what actually happened, we are...
Rob Air 3-1 Victor
We're all
Bravo,
dead.
expedite climb to 3,200 feet.
Expedite climb to 3,200 feet. Rob Air 3-1 Victor Bravo.
Aircraft calling
So-
Manchester radar approach on 118.57. It appears you may be on the wrong frequency.
Wrong frequency. I don't think they actually have a thing where they can do that, and I'm going to restart that. Now see, this is what an issue is. You've got to find on this vehicle or aircraft, yeah, you need to find where the de-icers are, because I can't find them anywhere. And then you get to that at 3,000 feet and everything ices up. So, and that was just like, couldn't do anything about it. Even turn the autopilot off, nope, don't work. Built too much ice built up, and we all died. And the people listening to, they're fine. They just sat back there with a cup of tea. Nothing, no problem at all. That's a good thing about Flight Simulator, I guess. If you have a crash, you don't hurt anybody, eh? But anyway, not to worry. But that was still a bit of fun anyway. So you can all say that you've all actually witnessed them died in a plane crash, but walked away, no died, just walked away unscathed. So I hope you enjoyed that as much as I didn't. I had a funny feeling. I did say that, didn't I? I said, the problem is, with me, whenever I do anything, and I do a video like that, I get ridiculous weather. Maybe I should have just picked a different pigging aircraft, eh? Do you think? Something that's actually got de-icers on it. Anyway. I'm going to pause this, and I'll come back and I'll give it another go, but with a different aircraft. Because that was pants. Wasn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, you can go to the videos on the website. Rob K Live Show. Rob K Live Show. You can do that on. Save playlist. Save watch add to queue. And we do some more. They're all on there. There's loads of videos on there about flying and crashing and, you know, and about this, and about that, and about the other. But yeah, generally, it's so much fun. I don't know why that happened, so I'm a little bit... Well, I don't know why it happened. It was ice, just iced up. I was basically flying a lump of ice. Right, and it starts with... This is what I meant about the green, the big arrows for the taxiways. I think they're a little bit too... Just a tad. Just a tad bit outrageous, really, aren't they?
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, you may have noticed we aborted our takeoff run, and I'd like to apologise for the short delay while we investigate the problem. If you could stay seated and secured, we should be able to try departing again in a few moments.
He's a real liar, eh? Like, do you know, did we... Yeah, let's just get this started again. Right, and it always starts you on the what they call the instructor side, which is a bit annoying because, you know, I don't actually want to be an instructor. I want to be the pilot, because if I was instructing people, you'd have a lot of planes crashing, just like that. Right, so, but I have got this thing here where I go into that screen like so. I'm just going to get out of that one for a second. Like so, and I'm going to give us a different aeroplane because I want to go there. Turn that off. If you ever get that clicking noise, because you've got your starter on, magnetos on. Right, let's have a look. Alright, go to Windows. I'm operating in dev mode, which is a good way if you want to get a plane and not have to restart your flight and all that. So let's have a look at something I don't fly much. Something really, something a bit funny. I like the Beach King Air, and I also like let's try that one. If anybody got a cure, if anybody knows a cure as well, guys, for the when you're flying.
Ladies and gentlemen
when
from
you
the
start
cockpit, you may have
the next
noticed we are
plane.
about our takeoff run, and I'd like to apologise for the short delay while we investigate the problem. If you could stay seated and secured, we should be able to try departing again in a few moments. Thank you.
Sometimes that's annoying as well, because it's good, but it's sometimes annoying because when you take off or you land, and if you go taxi speed too fast, it reports that as an aborted takeoff because you've gone over the taxi speed. So I know what it is now, but sometimes you just you forget yourself. Well, right, so sorry about that. You probably didn't see very much. Not very interesting for you, but we changed aircraft, and it sets you up in the most hideous position like this, which is silly. So, like that. Right, that's better. And I press that down like that, and I press that button, which is a space bar, and it sort of gives me sort of where the centre would be. This is better. It's just got de-ice on it, this one. Right, so Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, ready to take off from my 10. No. Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, ready to copy IFR. I might have to restart. Yes, I will, because I just stopped it, and I go connect, disconnect, connect.
Weather is not currently available for Dublin International.
Okay.
Arriving and departing runway 28. Weather.
Right, then I go file, the flight pan. If anyone wants to know how to use this program, well, to a fashion like I do, just connected. Right, okay, so I go back into that now, which is now actually there. Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, ready to copy IFR.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo is cleared to Echo Golf Charlie Charlie, fly the Kish 1B departure, with the Liffey transition, then as filed. Expect departure runway 2A. Climb to 4,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Squawk 6644.
6644.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo is cleared to Echo Golf Charlie Charlie, fly the Kish 1B departure, with the Liffey transition, then as filed. Climb to 4,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Squawk 6644.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, read back correct. QNH is 1013, contact ground on 118.75 when ready for pushback. Have a good morning.
QNH is 1013, ground on 118.75. Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, ready to take off.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, contact tower on 118.6.
Tower on 118.6. Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo.
Let's put the handbrake down. That's it. Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, ready to take off.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, contact clearance delivery on 121.87. Enjoy your morning.
Contact clearance delivery on 121.87. Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo.
We aborted our takeoff again.
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, you may have noticed we aborted our takeoff run, and I'd like to apologise for the short delay while we investigate the problem. If you could stay seated and secured, we should be able to try departing again in a few moments. Thank you.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, ready to take off for runway 27.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, this is Dublin clearance delivery on 121.87, please repeat your request.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, ready for takeoff.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, this is Dublin clearance delivery on 121.87, please repeat your request.
Right, let's see now we're getting an argument. Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, ready to copy IFR. Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, ready to copy IFR.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo is cleared to Echo Golf Charlie Charlie, fly the Kish 1B departure, with the Liffey transition, then as filed. Expect departure runway 28. Climb to 4,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Squawk 6644.
Rob Air 31 Victor
Whoa.
Bravo is cleared to Echo Golf Charlie Charlie.
Did anybody see
Fly
that?
the Kish 1B departure, with the Liffey transition, then as filed. Climb to 4,000
You wouldn't want to do that in real life.
Expect higher clearances 2
Ladies and
minutes
gentlemen
after
from the
departure.
cockpit, you may have noticed we abort our takeoff run, and I'd like to apologise for the short delay while we investigate the
Read
problem.
back correct.
If you could stay seated and secured, we should be able to try departing again in a few moments. Thank you.
Contact ground on 118.75 when ready for pushback. Have a nice day.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo is cleared to Echo Golf Charlie Charlie, fly the Kish 1B departure, with the Liffey transition, then as filed. Climb to 4,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Squawk 6644 QNH is 1013 ground on 118.75.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, runway 26, ready for takeoff.
31 Victor Bravo, this is Dublin clearance delivery on 121.87, please repeat your request.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, ready for takeoff.
Rob Air 31 Victor Bravo, this is Dublin clearance.
Do you know what? I'm not going to bother.
121.87, please repeat your request.
Wash your ear holes out. Yeah, I'm just going to take off and just see if this de-ices. I think there's a setting actually so you can change the amount of de-ice, because that ice was just really, really difficult before, wasn't it? Especially for an amateur. Oh, this will do. Right. Gear up. It's nice when you use a jet because you're a lot faster. Let's put the panel lights on, and them lights on. I can see a bit more now, and maybe even have about that one there on and about. No, it don't work. Flaps up, level the nose off a bit. And look at that, looks really good, doesn't it? Like a coal place there. Industrial estate. And the sunshine shining through the clouds on that part there. See where it comes through? And that part's lit up. Isn't that marvellous? And I want to show you one of those glitches in the Matrix, as they call it. A glitch in the Matrix. Look at this. What is that? If you ever see that film with the big triangular spaceships come down and they ended up being friendly in the end. But that's one of those. There's 3 of them, look. The aliens are visiting. Oh, now it's changing into a mountain. So you see it down there? And now it's not pointing up. But there's one over there, look. You see him? Isn't that marvellous? You see it? And you want to go down and be nosy and see what it is, and then it vanishes. But that's not a problem. It's, apart from that, if you ignore that part there is really looks quite good. Really good. And it looks like they've actually got a crane on the harbour. Oh, that is so cool. Sticking up there, see it? Wow, finally. I've got a crane. but the water and that, it does actually look really... I'm sorry, you just can't knock it. The icing is a bit of an issue for me. I'm going to turn that down in a minute because I think that's just mad. Oh, severe icing. Right, let's have a go at landing, because I haven't done this for a while. Never landed one of these. Well, I say never landed. I haven't landed one for a long time. Let's make sure part brake is down. Right, nice spank angle here. Flaps up. Flaps 10. Throttle back into idle. And we're going to go down and we're going to try and get a landing from this altitude, 6,900 feet. Speed brake armed. Which is going to be that button there, I think. That'll be the gear. There's speed brake arm. So this is right, really, really scary. Flaps full. So we're going down really, really quickly. And they even realise there's no screaming. If you see the decor on the detail on the water looks really good as well. See the waves? I hope I'm getting people into this because it's a really good hobby. It's the best money you'll ever spend. This is one of those things I was telling you about. See it out there? Look, what on earth is that? That's obviously a glitch in the Matrix because there is not one of those, as far as I'm aware. And this is some serious descent rate. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, okay. Yeah, a bit of fun, guys. Let's see what this guy does when he sees me coming into land when he's taken off. Well, that's it. Did you see that aircraft? Whoa! Right, I seem to be having a bit of a jitter for some reason. I don't know why. The autopilot on. This is the thing, I cannot get my head around the autopilot. It's like roll, heading, press it, altitude, press it, 3,400, and then it just does this. And it says there, heading, autopilot, altitude 3,400 feet. I know they did something about the physics of the aircraft, but at the moment it's like, oh my god, this is really like really bumpy, unless the wind's that bad, I don't know. Autopilot, that's what you should say. Okay. Well, we've had a bit of a play around. That's great stuff. And you can see, I'll show you that view. If you can see that, that looks pretty good. Let's see if we can crash this one. We've crashed one already today. Yeah, but that looks pretty good. We heard about that glitch before though. There was a bit of a glitch and a bit of a little bit funny, but yeah, there's a roundabout. I don't know what that is, but it looks pretty good, doesn't it? And that's just the stock I don't know, graphics, if you like. It's really good, isn't it? And you can look around. I'm going over that building, and I can look that way. Yeah, industrial estate there. Airspeed 338, far too fast. There's my trim. Trim it. Yeah, before when I took off, it just all of a sudden the left wing shot up in the air. It was like quite difficult that. Let's have a look. Gears down. Flaps 10 for landing. Should be over this way really, but it's my airspeed 215. A bit more throttle. I think the physics is better, but you get. I know, I kind of get into it, I guess. But it's the first time I've used it since I've done that update. I haven't used it for a little while. I'm busy trying to do other things, but. So this is really like. Yeah, it feels quite good. God, it does sound like a bit of a gimp, eh? I'm actually really happy. It was just, I just like to get the. Oh, this is really bumpy. I don't know if that's wind or a glitch. The autopilot is off. The heading is off, and now it's going to give us into a nice little bit of a thing at 217 knots. It shouldn't be getting me into a tank slapper, but it seems to be. So that must be. We'll check the windsock as we go in and see which way the wind is. But now I'm turning right, and it's not left, and it's not turning. Let's have a look. On my airspeed is 2. That's actually fast, and I'm turning it. Right now, let's have a look. I want to fly past this windsock and see what happens. Whoa! Whoa! This is just like crazy. Whoa! And the windsock's saying nothing. I can't see. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. We'll land on the grass then, shall we?
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, you may have noticed we aborted our takeoff run, and I'd like to apologise for the short delay while we investigate the problem. If you could stay seated and secured, we should be able to try departing again in a few moments. Thank you.
I'd like to see what is going on with this wind, because this is really kind of daft. As you can see, I'm really like, if this is just severe winds or something, because I'm like literally fighting with it at the moment, trying to keep it straight. I did a better job with the other one, even though I crashed it. Whoa, see that? I'm going straight. Let's let go and see what happens. Yeah, crosswinds. Must be crosswinds. Well, if that's what it's like to land the plane when it's really windy, I don't want to learn. Nope, no thank you. Nope, scary. That bit there looks more like a tsunami coming in than actually a beach. Unless the sand is black, I guess. Might well be. See, there's an island. I want to buy that and live on it. Get away from the world. What if that's for sale? This is a bit of dangerous flying. You wouldn't do this real life. I think your passengers would be throwing and suing the company for every penny in the world. Right, gears down as well. Flaps, put the flaps up again to 10, 20, and get my airspeed down. Let's try it. Maybe we're just going into the, not going into the wind or something. Mr. Captain Speaker, please put your seatbelts on. And if you've got a child with the and the gas oxygen mask drop down, now's a good time to choose which one you like. Brace, brace, brace. That seems a bit better this way. I think it might have been going the wrong way with the wind as opposed to against it. That seems to be flying a bit more friendly now. Yeah, it does seem to be friendly now. That's a lot more friendly. That's it. He wasn't having it before, was he? I know they got ILS and you can do all this stuff, but I just like the challenge of actually doing it myself. I'm not having a dog and bark on yourself kind of thing, you know? Right, there it gets windy now. See, here we are, look. Must be quite bumpy close to the runway. Or down at this sort of altitude over the trees and stuff. Because this is really hard to keep it straight. I'm ruddering now. I'll see if I get a little bit of an angle on the nose. I think it might be an upwind, I'd say, from my right. Maybe. No, it's maybe from the left actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's from the left. Look, see the windsock straight across the runway. How? Now it makes sense. Now I know why it's so difficult to keep it down and get it on the runway. Whoa, this is really bad crosswinds. This is going to be a challenge one, guys, isn't it? Severe. Whoa. Severe, straight across the runway. Whew. Right. Let's have a go. So this is ironic. It's only the other day I was thinking to myself, the crosswinds and that, they don't seem very hard, but now they've redone this sort of the engine. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I thought there was something wrong with it, but now it makes complete sense. See, over 2,000 feet, it's not so bad. Or 3,000 feet, should I say? Still a bit of an upwind on my. If I let go of the yoke, I can see the horizon. It's pushing me that way to the left. So it doesn't matter really which way we're going. It's not a headwind. Okay. This is going to be fun. I'm going to try a different runway because I don't like that one. That's a bit scary. Let's try and get one that's actually going down the right way. Gears up. Right then, so there's one right over here. Over there. It's probably a bit short, that one, isn't it? Oh yeah. Okay, we're not too bad at like 6,000 feet. It's quite comfortable, but when you get down, the altimeter you get lower, then you are talking really quite scary. And this is where it's not like a train simulator, see guys? Not just sat there. I trust me, after 10 minutes of this, when you're finished, and it looks so realistic, and you do these attempts at landing, and you thought, right, I'm going to go a bit slower this time, I'm going to put my flaps down sooner, and I make sure my gear's down at the same time so it gets me all nice and ready to go. And that's it. My airspeed's going to get that right down now, the airspeed. And we're going to try to go in, but we're going to go in try and crab in, which means, you know, you get the aircraft going in. So if it's coming from the right, you want to sort of rudder pedal into the right and turn to the right, or to the left, turn to the right. I think. I can't remember now. Been so long since I've done that, but let's have a look. Let me have a see. Right, we've got to get close to it soon. Right, now let's have a look. Right, we're going to do what they call a long, somebody have the right term for it. You're going to go a long final, eh? So you make sure you got miles out. And what we do, that will give us a chance to anticipate, or guesstimate as I call it. 203 knots, 2 blacks 10, gears down, park brake off, speed brakes off. So I don't want to put the speed brakes up, because I'm be too frightened that if I have to do a go around, I'd have my air brakes on. So I'm going to be trying to get it as fast as I can, but as slow as I can, with 20% flaps, and trim down those down, bit more throttle. Now airport is on my right hand side. You can see it over there, guys. So we're going to try again now. Landing lights, everything's on, ready to go. Airspeed 192. Should be slower, but what we're doing now is we're going crosswind. No downwind with it at the moment, because it's going to our 0. No, it ain't. It's going to our 150. So we need to rudder pedal in as we come in. So that the engines are pulling us into the wind. So that means we have to crab. Right, if I can reach my rudder pedals, I'm going to crab it like that. Now I'm rudder pedaling. You can't see, but I am. Okay, let's get this. That'll give us a nice little turn. Right, now we can see the runway, but are we going to be able to get it down? Right, 3,000 feet. Airspeed nose down a bit. Let's just get a nice slow approach. Right, okay, here we goes. So I've actually done a crosswind landing in a little plane, just slightly in real life, and it's quite fun. This is like, but this wind is really, I'm saying, when I say this, I mean it. It is really severe, because it's pushing me, and I'm actually full rudder pedal here trying to get it. Look, can't get it there. Whoa, that's gusty. And I'm actually trying to rudder it into the wind a bit to give me some stability. But as I come down in airspeed, let's get the nose down, come on. 222, too fast. Then I'm getting really... Oops, that's a nice massive updraft then. This is really actually quite nerve-wracking. As I turn it to the left, so I get my right wing is lifting up, so I'm trying to keep it straight with a bit of a rudder to try and keep me on the centre line, which is not very easy. Got it. Whoa, that was, whoa, gee whiz. See, I'm getting blown straight off now. This is like literally crazy. Now it's going to change directions now. this is all Captain speaking. You might want to phone your family and say it might take a few weeks. It's these alien things. That's what it is. Look, they're messing with the thermals. There's like one over there. There's another one there. And one there. I think there's aliens come to visit the Earth, and this is the virtual world, which is really the real world. Oh, let's see how this guy gets on. Look, let's see if it's just me. I've got my settings wrong. He's going in. I'm gonna watch him. He looks like he's got a really good job going on him. Easy life. Look. He's just floating in nicely. I'm going to follow him. Yeah, I reckon I've got something set up wrong. Probably turn left and I'm turning right, or turn right and I'm rudder pedals are the wrong way or something. Because he seems to be doing a really good job. Good pilot, that one. We'll see you, one. See you, mate. You doing well. Well, he's actually landing the right way into the wind. You see him? Here he goes, look. And now, is he getting... Oh, look. Oh, maybe. Maybe it might not be me. He looks like he's having a bit of a difficulty as well. I'll tell you what, guys. Go for Belfast now. And try and land in Belfast. He's going in. He looks to be doing alright. Whoa, well done, mate. He's left of the centre line by a long way. Right at the centre line. Oh, I don't think he's going to do it either. Well, he can't do it either. Look, he's absolutely stuck. He's actually down on where I was. There you go. So it wasn't me then. That's happy news. It's actually the flight simulator is really windy. Okay. Yeah, I get sighted up, mate, and then you decide to go in front of me, but I'm done about that. You just take off, because I'm coming on top of you. That could sound quite bad, actually. Rudder pedal. Whoa. Whoa. You didn't want to do this, but this is how you do it. When you get down, and you get down. Okay, we're slightly off. Rudder pedal. Full rudder. It's just ridiculous. Whoa. You don't want to go doing that. Whoa. Whoa. This is like unbelievable. Well, guys, what can I say? If this carries on, we'll be stuck up here all night. Right, airport. Because that one is just... Maybe the wind might be a better, you know, favour. Or is it a longer runway? No, it's only a short one. I never had to land on that. I just want to get my people home safe. Think of all the people on board. Gear going down. Speed brake armed. Gear going down. Right, I'm going to use a speed brake, guys, on this. I'm going to put flaps at 10, 15, 20, and I'm putting speed brake on, and I'm going in. This is not exactly the airport you're meant to go to, ladies and gentlemen, but we're going to give it a go because it's too spooky, that other one. It's 4 attempts I've had on that. I'm not going to try again. I'm going to try this one. This looks like a really small runway, but it might be blocked out a little bit by the wind because of the mountains, the hills in the background. So hopefully I can get her in this one. Just trim it. Speed brakes on, flaps 10. Maybe I should try that on the other airport. It's just when we get down below 1,000 feet, and so it's like gets really scary, doesn't it? Trim it. Trim it. Okay, here we go. We're back to that rock and forth. Oh, yeah. And just gently does it. Keep your glide slope going like that. Oh, you're a bit low. Try and keep it up a bit. There we get the wind. We're actually too low, but we're not too bad. If I can keep it level. Keep it so don't lose any more altitude. There we go. There we go. Pulling us to the left now. This is where it gets really rough. Look at the updrafts from the land. Don't even know where this runway is, but tell you what, it looks better and looks like more chance of getting. Whoa, whoa! There's gonna be a bumpy one. We're down. Whoa!
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, you may have noticed we're about to take off run, and I'd like
We
to
want
apologise
about-
for the short delay while we investigate the problem. If you could stay seated and secured, we should be able to try departing again in a few moments. Thank you.
Yeah, if somebody can tell the people who made that program that is the most frustrating thing in the world, because it tells you you've done that when you actually just saved people's lives. We're in Bandonel. Well, I'm even going to have to watch that myself, because I don't even believe it. I actually landed that with the handbrake on. Put full flaps and a handbrake to try and stop.
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, you may have noticed we're about to take off run, and I'd like to apologise for the short delay while we investigate the problem. If you could stay seated and secured, we should be able to try departing again in a few moments.
See,
Thank you.
it does that because I'm going too fast on my taxi route. So you're meant to do it all really slowly. I've got to see if there's somewhere to turn that off,
Ladies and gentlemen
because
from
it
the
gets
cockpit, you may
so
have noticed we're
annoying.
about to take off run, and I'd like to apologise for the short delay while we investigate the problem. If you could stay seated and secured, we should be able to try departing again in a few moments. Thank you.
You be joking, you be joking, Foken. You'll be joking, Foken. I ain't going up on that again. I just got us down. I'm gonna have a nice.
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, you may have noticed we're about to take off run, and I'd like to apologise for the short delay while we investigate the problem. If you could stay seated and secured, we should be able to try departing again in a few moments. Thank you.
Well, I'm in Ireland now, and look at this, a big windmill on there. That's a stupid place to put a windmill if I've ever seen one myself.
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, you may have noticed we're about to take off run, and I'd like to apologise for the short delay while we investigate the problem.
It's not even an airport.
Secured, we should be able to try departing again in a few moments. Thank you.
It's just like dangerous. This is. Right, I'll tell you what. We're going to go and park there. Right, okay, we'll put the flaps to go up to there like that. I'll put them there like that. And I'll get my foot right down to the floor because it's not turning very well. And let's see what it's like with the wind taking off then. Let's have a look. Now, let's see how realistic this is. Whoa, okay, yeah, okay. That's fine. Whoa, right. Whoa. It's them things there, look, it's them things. Without them things I'd be fine. See them things? There are 33 of them. It's the aliens. Oh, it's gone, see? The aliens. They're taking over the world, so they are. Right. Right. I'm going to have a little break now. So it is. And I'll come back later. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, because that was surely fun. And very, very spooky-fied, to say the least. But I'm going to stop that now. Stop recording.